all for granted. I was looking out for family. I was looking out the fastest. I was coming out the baddest. I was cooking, I was trapping. I was looking for the balance. I was looking through the basket. Now my stomach looked the fattest. Big old boogers full of carrots, like my enemy. Still, I can't see how this can happen. I saw a print in knee. I just can't turn around and go back with shit that meant to leave. I just can't turn around and look backwards, there ain't shit to see. I bumped my head so many times, I done seen so many signs. I done dreamed so many lies, I done seen so many eyes. Somebody pray for me, eyes.
Mic check, mic. Microphone check. What it do, world? It is me, BearFeezie. I'm back with another episode, your morning motivation, inspiration, where you receive your words of encouragement. And this is episode 71. And it is time, man, for you to wake your ugly ass up, man. Let's get out of bed and work on some of those thoughts you have stuck inside your head. It is still dark outside, but you are officially live at 5:55 with the God. And just like that, we are back with another episode, man. I feel great. I'm feeling great. I've been up since about 4. I was off on Sunday. But I got home from Saturday, from going to work on Saturday. I didn't go live yesterday. I got home Sunday morning about 6. I started to rush and just jump on, but I didn't have my thoughts together or anything like that. And I was so tired. I was able to get me like a couple of hours of sleep. Then I went to church. And I originally just went to church to see my girls, my daughter and my niece, is my wife's best friend daughter, to see them in their performance. My wife is, my daughter is 3, and I want to say my niece is 6. I don't think she's 7. She might be 7. But I initially went there to see them do their praise dance, but I was very encouraged and inspired by a word from Pastor Horton at Reed Chapel. Is where I went. Is where I went. Well, I'm actually a member of the church, but I just don't go for reasons. And but he gave I love Pastor Horton, love the church. He had a great word yesterday, which he always does. But it was my type of word yesterday. And he was talking about the people. Good morning, great day, hope all is well. He was talking about the people in the Bible are of African descent. The people in the Bible are Black. And with this being Black History Month, I was encouraged because this show is where you receive inspiration, motivation to be all that you can be, all that you're supposed to be, to pursue what God has placed you here to do. I'm under the impression that God didn't place you here just to go to work, pay bills, and die. And we all have a specific role, which I would call your grand purpose, your what you've been placed here to accomplish. The reason you exist is, a reason that has been assigned, to you. And we just have to take on responsibility and fulfill our assignment. And a lot of that assignment is because most of us don't feel worthy. Like we don't know that we are, or we have a significant value. We are very important individuals. Not, especially important as a collective, as a people. There's so much that has been contributed toward society from us, from inventions, from our history, our ancestors, their story that we have to tell. And it's just, it's a lot, way more than the 28 days that we've been given. But hey, so, his words were very encouraging yesterday. And what I wanted to say, man, a lot of us, the reason we don't feel like that there's something very important that we should accomplish, the reason we feel like, or we don't feel, that we have this extraordinary value, is because we don't see where we fit in. We don't see where it has not been explained to us and made of an importance, because it's very important that you be everything that God has placed you here to be, because everyone else in our history has. And, in the storybooks or in history class, they tell us about Martin Luther King, which was a great man, in the Rosa Parks. But they make it seem as if, or you may get the picture, that we came here as slaves, and from there, we've been on the rise. So when you feel like you started from slavery, just not being physically chained is a success. Just not being, hindered by chains. And when you think of slavery and you came from slavery, it makes you feel like, hey, I'm already a success story just by not being enslaved and in chains anymore. Just by being free to walk out the house and walk down the street just by being free to say something I'm already winning. Which in a sense it is. You're blessed just by waking up. God has blessed you. But your story, your voice, what God has blessed you with, your gift, is so much more value in you. And a lot of times, what I like to say is something that I got from one of my mentors, Brother Ben X, is when you look at a picture, when you're in a group and it's a group of you and it's a lot of people, or you're with the family, or you're with your friends, or you're out and about, and someone snaps a picture of the entire scene, the entire group, and they show it to you, the first thing you look at in the picture, you try to find yourself and see how you looked, and hey, that's not a good picture. Let's take that again. Or, okay, I like how I looked. And then you check out everybody else. Then you look and see what everybody else is doing. But when someone shows you a picture that you've taken in a group, you first find yourself and assess and look at how you're looking, and then check out everybody else. And that's natural. So when you're looking at the picture here in the world today, when you look at the grand scheme of things, you take a step back and you look at the news, or you look at history, you look at everything that's going on in the world. Initially, the first thing that you will look at is how your people are looking. How you and your family, your people, how y'all, what y'all got going on? What's going on in your neighborhood? What's going on where you live? What's going on with your people, and how you guys are looking? And you don't know where you stand in that. People are, making moves and making decisions, and they hold the authority, and the decision's going to come through them. But you have some authority as well, and you have the power to assure. It's going to take work, effort, and consistent energy, but you have the power to wake up every day and make sure that you and your people, your family, your loved ones, those people that look like you, have a word, have a voice, or looking however you make them look, or creating whatever you create, and give the power to. You have that power, you have that authority to be that picture and to define, this is what we're doing. So that is very important. That is very important on who you create in this picture, on who you become. And it takes a lot of effort to become great. It takes a lot of effort to go down in history and become who you want to be and who you want to be looked as. So let's be consistent in that effort. Let's create a valuable sense of integrity and dignity, and show the world who you truly are, and create some history. It's not like Black history is not only in the past, but it's today as well. Today is going to be history years from now. And what type of history did you create? What type of legacy did you leave behind? Who are you to yourself? What kind of value did you bring to the world, to your family, and what type of story will you leave? And that's very important. You have to remember that day by day, as you are becoming who you want to be, or who you have been assigned to be, or as you attempt to fulfill your purpose and your scheme, your reason to exist. There's a big reason why you exist, and you just have to bring that to fruition and think on that. Instead of just putting it off and passing time, not being of value, not being anything that contributes toward society. And so, and even though I'm in full attempt and I stride and I see where I improve, that I see, you see me on the camera, I have more work to do myself. So I'm going to take advantage of time and make sure that I'm contributing everything that I can in the meantime, because life is not forever unless you make it forever. Unless you leave a legacy that lives forever, unless you leave behind something that's of value that people look into and your story is told forever. And you have the opportunity to make sure you tell your story, or let somebody else grab hold to it and tell it the way they want it to be told. Hope this made sense. I am BearFeezie. This has been another episode of Live at 555, episode 71, man. And I'm going to end with, you got to do more than just think about it and hope and wish. You have to do more than just talk the talk. You have to walk the walk. You have to get it from your head to your legs and move on it and act on it and put the work in and the effort and try until you accomplish what you have set out to accomplish. But if you are doing what you're supposed to do, keep stepping how you stepping. I am BearFeezie. This has been another episode. I'm supposed to be live on whatever platform you see me on, whatever platform this is. I'm supposed to be live every day. Some days I slack, but most days I get to work. Peace.